The crystal wasn't supposed to crack. Not here. Not ever. For decades, the Midnight Exchange had existed in secrecy. For decades, memories had been traded like currency. Thousands of people had entered this hall. Thousands had surrendered pieces of themselves. But never, not once, had a memory crystal broken itself. Yet the moment Chika touched his mother's memory, everything changed. Fear spread through the audience like wildfire. People jumped to their feet. Some screamed. Others backed away in terror. Several guests rushed toward the exits. A few dropped to their knees and began whispering desperate prayers. The hall that had felt so powerful moments ago suddenly felt fragile. For the first time since Chika arrived, the Midnight Exchange was no longer in control. The woman carrying the golden box stumbled backward. Her hands trembled. Even she looked terrified. The woman who had calmly presented memories for exchange all night now looked as though she had seen a ghost. The golden box vibrated violently. The floating crystals began spinning wildly above her head. Something was awakening. Something the exchange had hoped would remain buried forever. Then it happened. The hooded Grandmaster rose from his throne. His towering figure cast a shadow across the entire hall. The glowing eyes beneath his hood burned brighter than ever before. Instantly, the room fell silent. Every breath stopped. Every eye turned toward him. Even the floating crystals froze in place. For the first time, the ruler of the Midnight Exchange looked concerned. The Grandmaster slowly descended from the throne. The Grandmaster approaches Chika. One step, then another. The audience moved aside. Nobody dared stand in his path. He walked directly toward Chika. Not as a king approaching a guest. The Grandmaster stopped inches from Chika. The hall became deathly quiet. His voice was deep, ancient, powerful. "Who are you?" he asked Chika. Chika swallowed hard. "My name is Chika." The Grandmaster shook his head slowly. "No." His glowing eyes narrowed. "You are more than that." And suddenly, the cracked crystal rose into the air. Golden light poured from the fractured crystal, brighter, stronger, till it illuminated the entire hall. Then a memory appeared. But it wasn't Chika's memory. It was older, much older. A memory hidden even from Chika himself. The audience gasped, because they recognized what they were seeing. And they wished they hadn't. A woman dressed in brilliant white stood beneath a giant ancient tree. Golden symbols floated around her like living stars. The air itself seemed alive with power. She wasn't ordinary. Everything about her radiated authority, wisdom, and light. In her arms she carried a newborn child wrapped in glowing cloth. The audience stared in disbelief. Then the woman spoke. Her voice echoed across the chamber, across the memories, across time itself. "When darkness gathers memories, a child shall rise. He will break the chains. He will end the exchange." The words struck the hall like thunder. Every person present felt their meaning. And fear spread instantly. The audience exploded into panic. People screamed. Some ran for the exits. Others collapsed to the floor. The floating crystals shook violently. The walls trembled. Even the Grandmaster looked afraid. For the first time since Chika arrived, fear appeared in the eyes of the ruler of the Midnight Exchange. Suddenly the Grandmaster looked at Chika with perfect hatred. Dark energy surged through the hall. The floating memories shattered. The vision disappeared. Then his voice thundered across the chamber. "Seize him. Make sure he doesn't escape." Instantly, dark figures emerged from every corner of the room. Shadow-like creatures with glowing eyes. Moving slowly but steady toward Chika. Chika backed away. His heart hammered in his chest. The creatures closed in. Only a few steps away. Then, a brilliant golden light exploded from his chest. The hall shook violently. The shadow creatures were thrown backward. The throne cracked. The walls trembled. A glowing symbol appeared on Chika's hand. Ancient, powerful. The same symbol from the prophecy. The same symbol seen beneath the ancient tree. The audience stared in horror. Some began crying. Others fell to their knees. Because now they understood. The Grandmaster stared at Chika. His voice trembled, almost afraid. "No, I can't believe he is the one the prophecy referred to." "So he is the one?" "This is unbelievable." But the hall continued shaking around them. Crystals shattered. Ancient secrets awakened. And Chika stood at the center of it all, without understanding why. To know what happened later, Watch part 7.